Hey, Andy here. Been wanting to play with this for a while, and now that I have a FlashArray here in my home office, you might be able to hear it, or if you've seen the last video, I'm finally going to be able to test using Longhorn on a VM with an iSCSI mounted volume to the virtual machine, and then presenting that storage out. So it's a really cool way to kind of extend storage, especially with a really nice storage appliance. So first things first, I've got a VM right here. We can go in, we can look at the volumes. I only have one 60 gig volume presented. So I'll go back to the virtual machines. I'm SSH'd in. I'll do an LS block. We can see that I got Kubernetes, RKE2 already up and running. I've got a template for Harvester that'll go ahead and just automatically add it in. That way it's just kind of speedier that way. What I need to do now is go into my FlashArray, go to storage. Notice I have no volumes or hosts. First thing I got to do is I got to create a volume, and let's call it Longhorn, and give it 200 gigawatts. Hit create. Oh, I've already, because I haven't purged L1, so Longhorn 2. I was already testing this earlier. So the volume's created. Now what I need to do is go in and create the host. Let's give the host name new. Longhorn, personality, it's going to be VMs. No, I don't need the protection. I can go in here. Now there's two major things I need to do. The first one is I need to create the host port with the iSCSI client name. So I need to install iSCSI. The way we can do it, I'm going to link these two articles in the show notes, but the first one is I need to install SCSI initiator utils. Okay, the second one is I need to get the iSCSI initiator name. So let's go ahead and cat that. Oh, it says it's busy. Choo-choo. The other thing we may need to do, and I had this here in my notes, it's a few other things. It's just enable the service. I'll add this to the show notes. There we go. Now that's that, and we cat it. Perfect. And notice it says initiator name equals, so just get after the equal sign. Because we can go back to the array, and we can add in our IQN, aka our port name, and hit add. So basically this just says anything coming in with that iSCSI port, iSCSI host name, iSCSI port name, iSCSI initiator name, client name, not targets yet, client. And then here's your volumes. Notice we don't have any connected volumes. Let's go ahead and actually connect a volume, and let's give it the Longhorn 2 volume. Cool. So now we can come down here and let's do a discovery. So this is an iSCSI discovery, and we're 192.168.1.7, and we can see that we've got the iSCSI target of IQN, pure storage, FlashArray. Okay. The next step is we're going to go ahead and actually connect into it. We're going to log into it, sorry. We're going to log in, give it the target name. And then we got to give it the portal name. And what I'll do is I'll actually save my history, so that hopefully will track with the video portal. And notice the portal, we're using the IP and the port, 3260. And then we do a -- login. We see that's successful. And then we basically can just hit the up arrow. And this is just to say, okay, on reboot, go ahead and re-log in. So we're doing an update, node start. Let me delete that shell thing. Value automatic, done. And this recommends restarting the iSCSI D. So we'll go ahead and do that. And here's one a little gotcha. Notice we do an LS block. Oh, it's already showing up. So the restart. The other one we can do is run a rescan. Rescan SCSI bus. And that's a script that'll go ahead and see how it found the two LUNs. The reason why there's two LUNs is because the FlashArray is expecting multipath D. I don't have the second controller connected, so I'm not configuring it, and I'm not worried about it. There's plenty of docs online to how to do that. Okay. Next thing we need to do, notice it's just a dev SDA. Let me do an LS block again, dev SDA. Notice it shows that it's 200 gigs, but I don't have a partition. I don't have any I don't have any anything formatted. So I found this little script, which is pretty cool. And again, like I said, I'll copy my history out. And what this is doing is it's using the parted command to go ahead and create a partition, to label it and create a partition. And then when that's done, what we can do... That's funny, it didn't even form... Oh, it did format it. What I'm going to do is just do a make fs.xfs dev sda1. That's all I need, right? Yeah. Done. So now I can mount, and this, let me make a directory first. Make dir -p varlib longhorn. Okay. What we'll do is we'll mount dev sda1 to varlib longhorn. And now we can see we've got our 200 gigs mounted. And this, again, this is directly from the FlashArray. So what we can do, go back here, is we can go here to performance. We can start to see that we're actually writing stuff. Now, here's the fun part. Let's go ahead and deploy Longhorn. So I've got my notes. Let me go to my functions.sh. This is one of my old school Longhorn deployments. And all we're going to basically do is just do a standard Longhorn. In fact, I'm going to remove the part about domain name. Well, we'll give it a fake domain name. No, we don't need to. Actually, I'll give it a fake domain name. So, domain equals, screw it, rfed.io. We'll go old school. And then we'll go ahead and install. And I do have Helm automatically already on this VM. So let me make sure I got everything the way I want it to do. Ingress enable. Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, Helm repo add. Cool. And now that that's loading, we do kubectl get pod. So one of the cool things that I do appreciate about Longhorn is it looks directly for varlib Longhorn. So by us putting that iSCSI mount underneath it, that certainly helps us. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to do a host entry just to point. Yep. Do this. Do 192.168.1.217. Call that longhorn.rfed.io. We'll go back here. Let's see how it's coming up. Cool. Yeah, we'll do this. Longhorn. Let's just watch the Longhorn-system. Cool. It's already starting to build out. See the manager's up and running. Cool. Give us another sec. Image pull back off. That's fine. It looks like I'm using the latest Longhorn because I just pulled the chart. I am. There is only one VM, one node in this cluster. So it looked like it was up. kubectl get gert. Get node. You can see I'm just running a single VM, a single node in this cluster. And we can go look again. Everything's up and running. So if through the magic of Grayskull, cool. This is unsafe. Boom. So now we've got Longhorn up and running. We can go to our node, new iSCSI. We can go to Vault. We can go to node, and notice we basically have 200 gig available. It says it's used. That's interesting. It should see the volume. Well, it's interesting. It shows that we've got 140. Oh, we have 1.5 of 199. We have 0 of, in terms of allocated. So basically what this means, the way I'm reading this is we have over 60 gigs. 60 gigs reserved. That was for, oh, I see what's doing. 60 gigs of the 200 gives us 144. So it's working. That's awesome. Let's deploy something that requires storage. I got like a little demo script here. MinIO? Yeah, we can do MinIO. That would be an interesting. Let's do MinIO. Why not, right? So let's go ahead and add the chart. I'll add the GUI if we need. Let's just make sure everything's there, right? Host, standalone domain, persistence 10 gig. Cool. Boom. And so we should see if we go to volumes. Yep, it's already attached. It's already created it. Cool. It's in a degraded state. It's degraded because Longhorn wants to have 3 replicas. Right, so we only have 1. I can go in there and adjust it, but I'm okay with it right now as is. Cool, so it came back. So kubectl get pod -n min.io. We can get pod comma pvc. We can see that the pvc is bound at 10 gigs. We can see it in the GUI. We can go to the array. We can start to see that we've got performance. We've got stuff working on it. We can go to the volumes, right? You can see that it's 200 gigs. We're only running couple 40 megs off it. And this reduction's interesting. So one of the things that the FlashArray is doing in the background is it's automatically trying to dedupe. In other words, if you write 2 files of the same size, it'll basically create a pointer to the second one, and the amount of actual space you use is much less, which is pretty cool. So you can see right there the reduction comes typically anywhere from 2 to 5x, depending on VMs and things like that. I have seen some customers report 70x in reduction, which is pretty ridiculous. So our pod's up and running. Let's get ingress for a second. Actually, go back here just to show you what's up. min.io. And there's our min.io running locally, so that's kind of fun, actually. Do I set the default login? Does not look like I do, so it's probably like admin. Or try it. I always thought I set it. Ingress annotations, console ingress min.io. Oh, and there's also the S3. I forget what the root. Oh, because I didn't set password. Womp womp. Hold on. So let me set it and rerun the Helm. That should pass it in. And ctl pod. Let's see where the pod's at. 13 seconds. Refresh the page. Boom. Now we're in. Okay. Duh. Difference between using it in a script and then command lining it. Cool. So you can see right now that's a real easy way to not only use Longhorn, but deploy other services on top of Longhorn, connecting back to a FlashArray. Next up in the videos, and like I said, I'll post other stuff, but next up in the videos, I'm going to actually look at using potentially Harvester, but then also Portworx talking directly to the array to provide that PVC, that persistent volumes to enterprise-grade hardware. Hope you find this fun and interesting. If not, I'm sorry. Make a suggestion on what you'd like to see. If you did like it, like, share, subscribe. Not going to hurt you. It's free. Hope you have a good day. Bye.